Alright, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another video. Profitz here, and today I want to go over the trades I took this week. I took 2 trades this week, only 2. There was only 2 really good setups that went according to my plan, so that's all I took this week. And that is honestly all you need in order to be consistently profitable, in my opinion. You have to have, of course, you have to have a strategy that works. You have to have the ability to be patient enough to wait for your entry criteria to hit, and then you have to have the ability to execute on your plan and stick to your plan. If you have those things, after you get some experience, then in my opinion, you can be a successful trader. That's really all it takes, and I'm serious because lately I'm passing challenges, y'all. I'm getting funded, so this what I'm doing is working, and more videos on that side of things. A quick overview on what exactly I took this week, and really how simple it was. Honestly, it was like I had been looking for USD strength to come into the market for the past couple weeks now, and we finally had. This is USD CAD, by the way, and this is on the 4-hour time frame, right? So it has been traveling down here for quite some time. We broke a nice resistance barrier, or it was support, then it turned resistance, and now we were trading very low compared to where it has been over the past multiple months. And so we finally were looking for a bottom out, which we had a daily shark fin, which is the shark fins down here on the RSI or the TDI. Either one, they're both pretty much the same thing. Mine is the TDI though. So we had a shark fin on the 4-hour, we had a shark fin on the 1-hour as well, and also on the daily time frame. Now that's telling you that price is most likely going to start turning around and reversing soon. But instead of trying to catch the falling knife and just trading your lows, which you can try and take a lot of buys here and you just lose until the trade finally reverses. Which new traders, that they get stuck in that a lot. But what did I do here? I waited for price to show its hand and finally have that bullish impulse up. We traded up above the 50 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, and then guess what? Beautifully retested it. As soon as we started going back up here, let me go back to the 1-hour time frame, which is where I actually entered on, which the 4-hour 50 moving average is also the 1-hour 200 moving average, which is this pink line here. So we had a beautiful break of that 200, beautiful comeback and retest. It did wick through a little bit, but guess what? No candles closed below that. So we end up having another bullish impulse out. I ended up entering right here. And as you can see, the price traded flawlessly, and it ended up catching almost a 1-to-3 for about 90 pips. Now I did originally have the trade idea up to that 1-to-3, which is up to this resistance zone here, which as you can see, if we go back, was traded at big support here. So I was looking for that area right there to get out of the market. But it was Thursday when I ended up taking profit on this trade. You know, we had a lot of news this week. We had FOMC happen. So really not a lot of things that I want to play with when it comes to securing profit, especially when you're trying to pass challenges and things like that, getting funded. And I did take this on personal accounts as well, but we ended up catching the 90 pips, and it was just a beautiful move. A very simple break and retest move of the moving average with the shark fin. So I've knowingly that once this bullish impulse happened, we were still playing off that daily and 4-hour shark fin. The 1-hour shark fin had played out at that point up to here. Then we actually had our shark fin going against us, but I wasn't worried about it because I knew in the grand scheme of things on the higher time frames, which is what I mainly focus on, we are trading with those 4-hour and daily shark fins. Now, if you don't know anything about shark fins, you can go look at my channel. I have some other videos on it as well, but that is how I caught 90 pips for, what was it, about a 2.7, so like right here. 90 pips on USD CAD. A very simple trade. Break and retest a 4-hour 50 or 1-hour 200 moving average. It happens pretty often. If you have not seen this play out in the market before, it'll probably just take some more experience. But trust me, if you look for these these type of things on higher time frames, they have a high probability and they do happen very often. But again, one thing I wanted to really just key in on this trade was that I did not try and catch the lows down here. I waited for the bullish impulse up, and then I waited for the retest to trade off of for a continuation. That is going to save you a lot of stop losses being hit, trust me, just doing that alone. So again, that kind of plays into the patience part of things. But now let's go to USD CHF, which was the other pair I traded this week. And this one was interesting because I actually got a scale-in trade as well. Let's go back to full screen here. So we are on the 1 hour time frame. We had another 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily shark fin at lows here. This is a big, massive double bottom here. Boom. Price goes up, comes all the way back down, double bottom out, and then is looking to move back up off of, again, 4 hour daily, 1 hour shark fins that are appearing here. But what did I do? I was not trying to catch the lows, just taking stop losses on the way down, waited for it to bottom out, waited for it to come back up. It retested the 1 hour 50, and then it ended up not being able to have enough strength to break it then. So it came back down, just messing around here. I'm not taking any trades in between here because there's no reason definitively for me to enter, right? So we finally have what? A break of the 4 hour or the 1 hour 50. And this was also a Bollinger Band touch. As you can see here, this was a 2.0 Bollinger Band touch, which was a confluence that I used on this trade, but obviously not on the USD CAD trade, or I would have went over that. It's just another tool in my tool belt when it comes to this strategy. I mainly focus on shark fins, structure, Bollinger Band touches, which is the 2.0 band is the main one I look for, and quarter points, which is a big one as well. So there was a 2.0 Bollinger Band touch here, which is the main reason that I got in on this specific trade at this point. And as you can see, we had price, let me put the moving averages back on, we had price move up. And again, I was already in this trade right here at the break. So I got in it, it came back down and perfectly retested that 1 hour 50, which I got in another entry, which was a scale-in entry in profit. I don't scale in when I'm in drawdown, but I will scale into positions if I'm in profit and the opportunity arises, like a simple break and retest of the 1 hour 50. I got in here as well, and then boom, we had a nice bullish impulse here. In this one, I had a lot shorter stop loss because I was like, if this is going to break this 1 hour 50, then I don't want to keep trailing it down and end up taking maybe 2 stop losses. So I had a very short stop loss here, literally 10 pips, and ended up catching almost 50 pips on this trade. And my entry goal, or my exit goal, was for the 1 hour 200 because I'm just trading from the 50 to the 200. That is a pretty common way to trade. That's how I like to do it because price will often, once it hits that 200, you will see an impulse down, which it did happen as well with this bullish wick right here. So I was out of that trade, but guess what? I was still in my original trade with my original stop loss, and we ended up riding it all the way up to here, which was for about 100 pips. So ended up catching about 190 pips this week, and really it's off of 2 trades, but 3 trades if you want to count this scale in. Now I know I went over that fairly quickly, but this is just like bread and butter, picture perfect ways to look at the market. Now you guys might be like, how the heck is he seeing that in real time? I've been trading this strategy for years now, and it's just from experience. It's from experience, knowing exactly what I'm looking for entries and exactly what I'm looking for exits. Again, notice that I did not try and catch the lows on these trades. Stop trying to call the tops or the bottom reversals because you're going to get burned trying to catch price just flying up or trying to catch a falling knife when price is just falling down. You're going to keep hitting stop losses, and maybe eventually you'll catch that trade that hits the full reversal, and you'll be able to catch a lot of pips that way. But guess what? You're going to be taking so many unnecessary losses on the way down or on the way up before that trade actually happens. So what I prefer to do is wait for the charts to show its hand, wait for price to start breaking moving averages up or down, whichever way you're trading, but in these cases it was looking for bullish movement. So waiting for these moving averages to break and then retest. Look for the continuation after the initial move has broken. Because in more times than not, like I said, we're still trading off of 4-hour and daily shark fins, so we're looking for price to continue for quite some time. And there could be even more trades that happen off this, especially for this trade right here. Same on USD CAD, but this resistance zone that I have marked up, price might come up higher up here and then break and retest that one, and then boom, you have another entry on the continuation for price to move up. Price, in my opinion, has a long way to move up on USD CHF. So this was the 1-hour time frame. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. And again, look at this beautiful 4-hour shark fin. It hasn't even played off to the 200 yet. So we still have quite possibly another trade that could happen in between here. If we're looking at the daily time frame, again, here was a shark fin down here, which was the initial bottom, and then we had the double bottom. Still playing out. Hasn't even hit the daily 50 yet. We still have time on these trades to quite possibly catch another trade. And then again, what if we break up to the upside and break and retest that daily 50, which is also the 4-hour 200? If we do that, that could be another continuation trade. There's so many opportunities you have in when you're trading higher time frames like this to get in and have a lot of trades in between on one daily or one 4-hour move. You might have 2 or 3, 4 trades that can net you 50 to 100 pips each. But guess what? You have to be patient and know when to enter and when to exit. And that is just what I've mainly been zoning in on, what I've been focusing on. And guess what? It's obviously been working out because these trades have been hitting. If you haven't checked out the rest of my channel, maybe this is the first video you've seen of me, you guys could see that a lot of the trades have been catching. They've been hitting like 80 to 100 pips. And they're usually like a 1 to 3, around 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. This one was almost a 1 to 4. Which is even better, because guess what? One loss, or I could take 2 losses and 1 win, and I'll still be in profit 1R for the week. So say I risk $500 on a trade. I lose 2 in a row. I'm down $1,000. I win 1 to 3 trade, and that's up $1,500. So now I'm up $500 overall for the week, or for the month, whatever it may be. But I took, really my win rate is still low, it's 33%. But guess what? Because of risk to reward, because of my patience, I'm still in profit for that month, for that week, however long, whatever the time period is. But hopefully you guys got the message I'm trying to send across here. 2 beautiful trades I took this week. I would love to know what trades you guys saw this week. If you are getting cooked in the market, because there has been a lot of volatility. There was a lot of news this week. There's obviously a lot of political and macroeconomic things that are happening right now that are affecting these markets. So if you want to go a little bit less risk, have a little bit more risk-off approach when it comes to the market, I would highly recommend it, especially if you're trying to figure things out. Do not go high risk during this time and try and catch these crazy impulses, because you're going to end up getting burned 99% of the time. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys got something valuable out of it. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Would really appreciate it. Also, if you could give a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not. A lot more content coming. So if you enjoy just these raw talks, I'm just a normal guy, but I'm starting to become very profitable in these markets, and so I want to share with you guys how I'm doing it. Anyways, thank you guys for checking this out, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.